So I picked up a new project, which will probably take me the rest of my life because I'm not a wealthy man and I can't afford to just go and restore this thing. This my dad bought when I was just a kid. I think it was the late 70s, early 80s when my dad bought this, and it was about in the same kind of shape back then. It was strictly used for a plow truck to get to our place on the island. I have no paperwork on it, can't even locate the VIN on it. Where the VIN's supposed to be, there's no metal left there anymore, and I can't find it stamped on the frame where it's supposed to be. I believe it's a 66 or a 67, but yeah, the old girl needs lots of love. So my dad picked up this truck early 80s. I don't remember the exact date, but it was like definitely late 70s, early 80s. It has been a work truck all its life. It came from an old service station. My dad used it to keep our road clear to our place that we used to live on an island on Lake of the Woods. And I know the fuel pump died on this thing about 12 years ago, and my dad just parked it. He never used it ever since. It was a simple fix. He just never bothered to fix it. So I got this thing running about 2 years ago after sitting for about 10 years. I don't know the exact dates, but and actually I couldn't believe how easily it started after sitting so long. Yeah, this is right here. This is the first time this thing ran in like 10 years, and it I can't believe how good it ran.
Made your day again. Yeah.
The damn thing sounds good.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But anyhow, it took me 2 years to get this thing home due to all the COVID restrictions we had here in Canada. We had interprovincial travel restrictions and stuff like that. And like I say, this was on an island, so I had to come off in the winter time, and it just didn't work out. I finally, after 2 years, I finally got this thing home. So I'm not sure what all it's going to amount to, because she's pretty rough, the old girl, but she's still cool as can be.
So this is the first time the wheels have turned on this old truck in many years. All the wheel cylinders seem to be leaking brake fluid, and the brake drums and shoes are just saturated with brake fluid. So they're all sticky, and that's the big squawking noises that you're hearing there, and you can see how the brakes are kind of chattering and locking up. My wife quickly nicknamed this thing the Goose, with the honking noises it makes with the brakes trying to not let the wheels turn. So any of you watching that are familiar with the Kenora, Lake of the Woods area, and or the Canadian Shield, you know that there is no such thing as level ground unless it's man-made. Everything is hills and rocks and stuff like that. So where this truck has been parked for quite some time on the island, my father had built a garage there many years ago, and the only way to actually access this garage was in the winter time. And you can see here in this picture, there's like a little bridge, and the center section of this bridge comes out, and then you can come in on the ice. So this truck kind of parked in a bit of a valley back here. There's like no way to get it out of here. And I was planning on coming back in the winter and taking the bridge out to get the truck out of there. But it's been so many years since that bridge has been out of there, and things have shifted so much. I'm afraid if I take it out, I might not be able to get it back in. And so I'm trying to explore other options, how to get this truck from where it is.
I'd get the truck up that way if I have to.
Yeah?
To the water. And so I'm trying to see if it'll fit down this very narrow little path to get it out of here. So I was exploring the option to go down this little narrow path to try to get this truck around the little marsh area out to the water's edge, so when the lake freezes I can get it off on the ice. I didn't end up going that way. I went around the other side of the marsh. There's like a little cliff back there that over the years has been kind of filled wide enough just so you could get like an ATV or a snowmobile up there. So it's basically just the width of this truck. It's got to be about a 45-degree grade or maybe even steeper. I'm not sure exactly, but it's like just the width, and like either way you can kind of fall off the edge and like flip the truck upside down. It's just a short little hill, but it's very steep. That's the option I went with. The day I did it, I had a couple buddies there with me that they kind of guided me through the trees. And then once we got to the top, it's like, why didn't we record that? Because it was kind of silly. So anyways, unfortunately didn't get a video of that. So between the last video and now this video, the truck has lived through another winter, and I managed to get it off the island on the ice. And now I'm back in my old hometown trying to get the old girl running again. So I can get her loaded on a trailer and take her to its new home.
Fire it up. She's an old girl. Yeah, I don't know why it's not pulling fuel. But there's got to be fuel in that
It's
tank.
the pickup's got to be on the wrong side of the.
I didn't know if the lead was stuck or not, but she's on.
I think she's royally flooded now. You want me to do that? Or are you going to get out quicker next time?
Oh man, it only moves so fast.
I didn't get there fast enough. I didn't get there fast enough.
I thought maybe it was going to go that time.
We'll spray some more in there?
Yeah.
Starting with tappy again.
Well,
Oh, fucking cap went down there. Is the ignition on right now? Because the pump's not on, so that's...
no, condition.
You can see you got pressure there?
Yeah.
Start gas going in it.
there. Turn the key on.
Is that?
Turn the key on.
Just turn the key on. Don't try starting it though. Yeah, turn it off.
Pumping. Okay, good.
Off. Is the filter plugged?
No, that's. I mean, this is coming straight to the car. Oh, this filter.
Yeah.
I know. It's awesome.
Like it should change sound once it's full. Look at this gas all pouring out the back of.
That's no gasoline.
No gasoline coming out?
No.
Is that filter plugged?
Well, I mean, that accelerator pump could be buggered too, but I'm thinking the float's stuck on it or something. Can we... Hit the ignition again.
Turning it over?
Just turn the key on.
Waiting for that pump to change sound.
It sounds like that, like the. It sounds like the accelerator pump is working,
But the floats are probably
but I
stuck.
don't see any fuel.
How hard to get the top of the carb off? Just to...
Probably not hard.
You've had it apart, have you not? Like you,
Nope.
No?
No, I just dumped gas in the old girl chute, man.
I thought you had rebuilt it.
No. Okay, give him turn that back off.
Turn it off.
Pulling the carb off.
Turn it off. Yeah. We got 2 screws in the carburetor, she runs good. Well,
Maybe working.
So at this point, I was thinking I was having a fuel delivery problem, like something like a float was stuck in the carburetor. I know when I originally got this thing running, after it had been sitting for 10 years, I was pulling the fuel out of a jerry can. Then I drained the fuel in the tank and put fresh fuel in it, and it seemed to be running fine at that time off the original fuel tank. However, who knows what the inside of that tank looks like, if it's full of rust or what, but in the end here, I ended up pulling the carburetor apart, sucked the fuel out of the bowl because the fuel just looked horrible, and just put fresh fuel in there, and then it did run off the tank. But I'm sure that tank needs to go. I mean, I'm sure that was definitely the problem in this situation.
it is a little bit, yeah. It can't be that bad. I mean, it's still rolling, right?
Yeah.
But if he's on 4 low, it'll spin it really easy. Want to guide him on there? Is it gonna be wide enough? Or narrow enough?
It's adjustable.
Oh, okay. Check the wheelbase.
5 feet.
Stand up there if I was you.
Well, I'll be getting out of the way as soon as I put tires on it.
You're further back now. She's on there.
Old truck's loaded up and going for new adventures.
Oh, that one on board there to put in the truck.
The old girl's going to a new home.
Styling window cranks. Oh, you know what?
No.
Oh, look at that, brake pedal back.
Yeah, she's not looking at fuel that's in there.
No.
Too much schmutz in the gas tank. Yeah, she's not making that fuel too much.
So the unfortunate thing is I was trying to get that truck off the island in a way where I didn't have to take that little bridge out. The next following summer, now that I have this truck home, the water was so high on Lake of the Woods, the lake took that bridge out. It's gone. We have to rebuild the whole thing. So I could have just popped it out and took it out through there in the winter, but you know, didn't know that was gonna happen. So this is where I'm leaving off with the old truck for now. Again, the truck is unfortunately in such bad shape. I don't think there's a piece of metal on this truck that can even really be salvaged. I mean, it could kind of sort of be salvaged to make it like a nice finished truck. No, it's pretty rough. Mechanically, there's just about everything possibly wrong with it. But yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it. And it's still a super cool old truck, and I guess it's been in the family for a lot of years. I gotta hang on to it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, give it a subscribe, and come on back for some more. All right, man. Take her easy and have a good one.